obutale bw'abanaku.
The Ministry of Local Government, through the MATIF project phases 1 and 2, initiated the construction of markets in numerous districts across Uganda. The goal is to reduce poverty and spur economic growth by enhancing the commercialization of agricultural produce and other merchandise. Currently, 21 markets in 21 districts are complete and operational.
The third issue is of the markets that we built under the African Development Bank loan. Yesterday we held a meeting with the mayors and town clerks of the 18 municipalities and cities. We cannot continue without getting data on how these investments are performing.
However, the President pointed out on May 1st that these markets are now dominated by the rich, who own 2 or 3 stores each, thereby marginalizing the local poor. Reacting to this, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, during the Labour Day celebrations in Fort Portal, ordered the Vice President and the Minister for Local Government to address the imbalance.
The rich people have taken over the markets and displaced the Banaku who were selling in those areas before we built the markets. That's a big issue, which I directed the Vice President, who is here, to take up with the Minister of Local Government.
In the quarterly meeting organized by the Ministry of Local Government to evaluate service delivery, Minister Magezi urged leaders to resolve the issue of the reach-occupying market stores made for the poor.
Anybody who may be in the new markets wrongly, if you don't qualify, because the new markets are supposed to have been occupied by the vendors who were there before they were demolished, as a priority. And they are nursery beds for the little businesses, so that they can graduate to big businesses, go and set up their own shops or open their own supermarkets and so on. But they are not supposed to be for the big people in the municipalities or cities.
Magezi is set to visit these markets next week for a first-hand assessment as per the presidential directive.
So we met the Vice President last week, and this week, yesterday actually, we met all the mayors and town clerks of the affected municipalities. There are 21 of them. And next week, we are sending teams to go and investigate this matter, market by market.
To facilitate better transportation of goods to these markets, the government has allocated 1 billion shillings to each district for road maintenance, fulfilling its pledge for the financial year 2022-2023.
This year, His Excellency the President directed us to give 1 billion shillings to each district, each municipality and city for road maintenance. And the guideline which we agreed on with Parliament and Cabinet is that this money is not for opening up new roads. It is really to cover as much ground as possible in terms of making our roads motorable, the existing roads. So that's why we call it maintenance.
However, some districts are improperly using these funds for road reconstruction instead of maintenance, according to the minister.
When you talk of rehabilitation, it's different from road maintenance. Now, we've got reports in a number of areas. Some of them have used the money for only half a kilometer, 1 kilometer. To open up new roads. That is not right. So I'm just cautioning them because both Cabinet and Parliament are already taking keen interest in this one, and we shall require a report from each cow and town clerk at the end of the financial year. How many kilometers have you covered with 1 billion? We started with 500 million. We've now disbursed an extra 500 million. So they have the money, 1 billion. Government has stuck to its promise. So we expect a report on how many kilometers have been covered with this 1 billion shillings.
Additionally, over 160 laptops have been distributed to district leaders to enhance the success of the Parish Development Model, PDM.
We have developed a system called the Parish Development Management Information System, and it required computers because, one, we need to ensure that we track progress of the disbursements from below. And two, we need to track progress of the indicators of our performance right from the parish. So
the Cabinet has also declared that revenue collection will remain at district level to improve service delivery, which is expected to lead to further enhancements in the local government services.
And previously, the system, actually the collection was not doing very well, but now that we have been enrolled on ILAS, this other system, we hope now we shall collect more revenues, and these other revenues will of course be appropriated by the district council, allocated to specific and priority areas, and we shall make sure we use the local revenues much smaller as it will be, but the local revenue will be utilized very well.
Justin Nakami, UBC News.